Hi, I'm Allison Crater, and my teammates are Lucinda Bishop, Chris Herb, and Candace Clark. In 1968, Forrest Wood and his wife Nina, both fishing guides, began Ranger Boats in Flippin, Arkansas as a way to keep themselves and their fellow fishing guides employed during the off-season. In 1969, they produced 600 boats, only to double that number the following year to 1,200 boats. In 1972, Ranger Boats was chosen as the official boat of the Bassmaster Classic fishing tournament. This endorsement led Ranger to enter the custom boat business. With its growing business, Ranger expanded their production facilities twice in the 1980s. In 1987, the decision was made to sell the company to Thompson Company out of Dallas, Texas. Randy Hopper, Wood's son-in-law, became president of the company. In 1991, Genmar Holding, incorporated from Minneapolis, Minnesota, acquired Ranger. By 2007, 835 people were employed at Ranger, and 5,400 top-of-the-line boats were produced. By 2008, Ranger commanded one-third of the $1 billion fiberglass boat market. By June 2009, Genmar filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy. New boat sales dropped 35%, and employees at Ranger decreased from 835 in 2007 to 450 in 2009. Genmar blamed the bankruptcy on tightened credit markets and the fact that certain financiers had backed completely out of the boating business. In January 2010, Genmar sold Ranger and 6 other boat brands to Platinum Equity of Beverly Hills, California. Ranger Boats' niche is simple. Their priority is and will always be fishermen. Ranger's motto is run 'em hard, break 'em if you can, and then tell us what to change. Their strategy is to provide the highest quality and most technologically advanced fiberglass fishing boats available. The specifications are different for each new boat model so that they are able to have the distinction of the best platforms on the market and the top choice for professional anglers worldwide. Ranger builds every one of their boats from scratch in their factory. Ranger also makes their own custom boat trailers known as Ranger Trail Trailers that are precisely fitted to each boat and match that boat in color and style. The boats are sold through a network of 175 dealers. Ranger Boats began with a dream to build a quality fishing boat, not a company. That dream is still alive today. Randy Hopper has served as president of the company since 1989. He is assisted by a management team, many of whom are long-term employees. Keith Daffron, vice president of sales, is Forrest Wood's grandson and has worked at Ranger for over 10 years. Bart Shad, vice president of marketing, has been with Ranger for about 12 years. Shirley Davenport has held her position of human resource director for 5 years. Greg Hopper is the production manager, and Gary Howard is the senior engineer for Ranger.
Next, we'll go to looking at the initial look at our focal problems. While doing the preliminary research on Ranger boats, we discovered a few issues that seemed to be organizational behavior problems that we would like to address. As with many manufacturing plants, Ranger boats are built in stages, with employees working at one station only. Because of the specialized manufacturing job environment, job enrichment, we feel, would be more beneficial to employees. We began to plan to investigate the job satisfaction of employees at Ranger Boats, particularly those employees working on the production line. We suspected that there might be a lack of communication between departments and also strong competition between the department stations. We wanted to investigate how the stations work together to produce the quality boats. We wanted to determine how the employees were trained, if they were trained for one specific job or trained for versatility throughout the plant. Because there are different stations at the plant, it is possible that the different stations work different hours depending on the status of production. How efficient does the plant run? We hope to answer those questions with our research. Another organizational issue we suspected to encounter was dealt with diversity. How many women employees would we find at the plant, and also how many minorities were working there? We did find that there were fewer women and fewer minorities at the plant, but decided as we went on with the project not to focus strictly on diversity. Moving on to current events at Ranger. In October 2010, Ranger announced a new expansion for the plant. As a result of the recent selling of Ranger boats to Platinum Equity, A new boat brand, Triton, will be relocating to the production line from its current location in Tennessee. Arkansas Governor Mike Beebe and founder Forrest Wood were on hand to announce the estimated $16 million expansion, which is also expected to add 115 jobs. Ranger Boats will not only have to incorporate the new boat line to their current production schedule, they will also need to hire new employees to accompany to do the new work. We also plan to address the incorporation of how many new employees into the existing production line. The new boat brand is a less expensive boat and does not have the same reputation as the Ranger brand. If existing Ranger employees are pulled to work on the Triton land, how will they react to that? Our method of investigation. We investigated the organizational problems at Ranger with observations and interviews. Members of our group visited and toured the plant. We were taken through the entire production process from start to finish. We were able to observe employees in action. Group members also formally interviewed members of the organization, including the human resources manager and the graphical designer. The type of research we used to study Ranger was qualitative, particularly utilizing direct observation. We entered the organization, recorded what we heard and saw. We also asked acquaintances and friends about their experiences with Ranger. A benefit to this type of research is that an abundance of factors are available that may persuade the organization's behavior. We also utilized cross-sectional research by interviewing certain employees. A benefit of this is that it is well suited for testing hypotheses that have casual relationships.
Next, we're going to look at advanced focal problems. The key to an effective organization is to align the structure with strategy and at the same time design a high-commitment human resource policies and practices. An organizational design decision must balance two opposing considerations: differentiation and integration. Differences between departments in the type of work performed, the time horizon of the work, and the people's skills and interpersonal orientation are the source of creative energy required for innovation. Integration across differentiated departments is required to respond to market needs speedily, efficiently, and effectively. One of the major concerns we found as we toured Ranger Boats was that there was little cohesion between the different manufacturing departments. If one department was finished with the boats at their station, the employees just sat around waiting for another boat. This process leaves employees working overtime in one department to get their work done, and employees sent home early in another department due to lack of work. This decreases employees' morale, is detrimental to the organization's efficiency, and to their bottom line. Some ideas we have on how to improve the manufacturing process of Ranger Boats include: rearrange workstations to operate more efficiently. Employees record their downtime, the reasons for it, and work as a team to fix those problems and find ways to fulfill hours. Involve plant floor employees in the redesign of the new and old production lines, resulting in productivity and group cohesion. And cross-train teams so that they are able to fill in and help other departments when needed. By providing cross-sectional training and allowing the employees to work in different departments, it will give the employees higher morale and more job enrichment. By employees being trained to do numerous jobs, they can increase productivity and achieve higher levels of job enlargement and job enrichment. Cross-training will give Ranger the ability to use employees in different departments as they are needed, which can reduce overtime and help all employees get the desired hours they need. Job rotation is another option for Ranger. It involves periodic assignments of an employee to different job activities. This will allow the employees to try different departments after the activity they are performing is no longer challenging. Not only do employees benefit from this practice, the employers do also, because the workers are qualified to perform a number of different tasks. This gives the employees the option of filling in emergency situations, helping to reduce the overtime of some departments' employees, and raising the hours of other departments, giving Ranger a more level dispersion of total hours. That's our look into Ranger. Thanks for watching our presentation.